Hi, this is Matt with Bob Johnson's Computer Stuff. Today we're going to be doing a quick video on how to replace the keyboard on a CF-53. The first thing you're going to want to do is shut your computer off and remove all power to the machine, including the charger or AC adapter, and removing the battery. If you don't already know how to remove the battery, you just find the tab over here on the right hand side of the computer for the battery, and you push it down until it opens, and then there's a switch on the bottom of the computer. You lift that up and then pull the battery out. Once you've removed the battery, go ahead and open the computer up, and you will need to remove these 3 screws. It's just a Phillips head. You just need a Phillips head screwdriver to do so. And unlike the CF-52, the CF-53 is capable of using a backlit chiclet keyboard. Once you remove those 3 screws, close the lid, and in the back you have to push in down here. There's tabs down here on the back of the hinge cover. There's tabs that hold it in place. You just got to push it in and up until it pops out, and then open it back up, and you have to lift the cover up. It's usually easier if you use a flathead screwdriver, and just carefully lift it up. Now once you've done that, there's usually tabs connected to the keyboard, which are plastic. You can usually see them pretty easily. You can just grab the tabs and pull up, which I would not advise. I would advise getting a flathead screwdriver and going underneath the tabs and carefully lifting up. It's just held on with adhesive, and you just carefully work it up and out. Just get a flathead screwdriver, go underneath like in this area here, and carefully lift up, and then use your fingers and the screwdriver to carefully lift the keyboard up. To get to the cable connectors for the keyboard, you have to remove these 2 screws and lift this plate up. Yet again, it's just Phillips head screwdriver you need for this part to get the screws off. And then you can try to do it with your fingers, or you can use a flathead screwdriver to lift this plate up. From within here, there's connectors here for the cables to connect to for the keyboard. You just slide the black plastic piece up slowly and carefully. Be careful not to break this. Unlike the 52 and some of the other Panasonic Toughbooks, where if you break these you have to replace the motherboard, this one it's actually on a separate board. But you still want to be careful not to break the tabs as you're removing the keyboard. And then the cables are held on with a little bit of adhesive. Just carefully pull them up off of the adhesive. And now that you have it open, if you look carefully, there's actually a 3rd connector here, meaning you can actually use a backlit chiclet keyboard on the CF-53. You would just put it in the same way you would a regular keyboard. This is actually a backlit chiclet keyboard here. You would just put the bottom cable in, then instead of the top cable on the left hand side, you do the cable for the backlight, which is on the right hand side, and then you would do the cable on the top. I'm just going to put the same keyboard back into this unit. This is just a demonstration. Slide the cable back into place, hold it in place while you push the slider back into position, which locks the cable into position. Start with the bottom first, then move to the next to the upper cable, and repeat the process. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and put this metal cover, keyboard cover, back into place and put the screws back in. And then just slide the keyboard back into place. Put the cover back on. This covers the hinge cover, the power board, the power button board, and it also covers the Bluetooth if your unit has Bluetooth. Make sure none of the cables get stuck underneath of it. Make sure they're in the proper place. And push it down until you hear it click into place. Check the back to make sure that it's sitting in properly in the back, that there's no unnecessary gaps. Then go ahead and put the screws back in. And that's it. It's all, the keyboard's been reinstalled. If you have any questions or any suggestions or any comments, just let us know. You can contact us at any time at our toll-free number of 877-202-7788, or send us an email to our tech support email of tech_support@bobjohnson.com. If you have any questions or any comments, just let us know. Thank you. That's all for today's video. Have a good day.